What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios 3 Raw TV. Well, tonight I finally put to bed, put to rest, put to bed, knock it out, shut it down, whatever you want to say. Fasted cardio versus fed cardio, and which one burns more fat and is more efficient and burns more fat faster. Now, I've seen the only study has been done long-term on fasted cardio and then fed cardio by Alan Argonon. I'm going to fucking learn how to say his name. Sorry, Alan. And theirs basically came to the decision at the end that there was no difference between fasted and fed. Most IFOM people will say that. Most scientific people will say that. I think anybody who goes out there and searches for the information is going to find that, right? So there's no argument there. But why, as bros, do we see such better results with fasted cardio? Right? We talk about it like, how the fuck can this can't be correct? Like, there's no way. No, somebody has to be fucking missing something. And finally, it took me 30 years to figure it out. And literally there was no help from anybody, but I just literally sat down one day and said, okay, why the fuck are we always getting better results with this fasted cardio? And it hit me. Because most people, when they do fasted cardio, if they're into fitness and they do fasted cardio, they don't train in the mornings. They do fasted cardio, then they train in the evenings or the afternoons. They usually split it. Most people split it. So now what's happening is we're seeing a boost in metabolism in the morning, which you do get an afterburner effect in the morning, right? And another afterburner effect later on in the evening with the weight training session, which is going to give you an even more of a afterburner effect or a metabolism boost for a longer period of time. So you're getting two big metabolism boosts throughout the day, okay, that are spiking it at two different times. So you're basically burning more calories in those times for longer periods of time. That's fasted. When people do fed cardio in the morning, 99% of the time, they don't do fed cardio and come back and do fed training. They do fed cardio, or a lot of them will actually do their weight training in the morning, then their cardio directly after to knock it all out and get it done at one time. Well, that does give you an afterburner effect, but it's not the same type of effect as if you split your training. So now what's happening is they're getting one metabolism boost in the morning that wears off by a certain time, and everybody's different. But let's just say for, shit's sakes, it's a 5-hour metabolism boost afterwards, right? What's even more interesting is the weight training in the morning, even if the training in the morning fed, even if somebody wanted to do their cardio first, they could do their cardio, then they train with weights afterwards. I've seen that a lot of times too. So basically what we're looking at here is not when the bros are right, and so are the fucking science people. To me, this is groundbreaking because we're both right, and now we know why. Basically, we're expending more calories at a faster rate by splitting our training like that. By having your weight training at night, when you've got all the food in you, and doing your fasted cardio in the morning, as opposed to the one spike. Now we know spiking your metabolism, the more you can spike your metabolism throughout the day, the faster you're going to get leaner. It's not just about the calories, it's how fast can you burn those calories off? How long can you keep that afterburner effect going? So many of you have watched me prep for competitions in anywhere from 10, 12 weeks to 3 weeks. And I think that a lot of people in general, they look at the overall time of what's going on with that and not really paying attention to what's going on during it. But as those weeks go by and I start getting closer to the show, what I do is I do my fasted cardio in the morning, and then I do my weight training about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I work for myself. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I do another cardio session at night. So now I have 3 times, I split them up far enough apart, so I'm actually boosting my metabolism 3 times throughout the day at 3 different points that give me more calories burnt in a shorter amount of time by splitting up 3 different workouts like that. Now, not everybody can do that, but it doesn't mean that that's not optimal for fat loss. Just because your lifestyle doesn't fit what your body is going to do, or your lifestyle doesn't fit the science or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean that there's not an optimal way. Your body doesn't really give a shit about your job or your kids or your fuck. It doesn't give a shit. What it gives a shit about is surviving. And that's part of the survival mechanisms, right? You feed it, it needs energy, it needs to move, it needs to get done digesting things as fast and efficiently as it possibly can so it stays alive for the next. It's in a constant state of digestion, rebuilding all the time. And if you can get your body to be stimulated, then go through the rebuilding process, then stimulate it again, or I should say recovery process, because you're doing the cardio, you're getting recovery, you're not really rebuilding. But I guess you are rebuilding your cardiovascular system, making it stronger, right? Adapting it. And then you have your weight workout, and you go through the recovery and rebuilding at that point. And then you have your second cardio session at night. So yes, you're expending more calories, but you would burn fat faster, lose fat faster doing those three things split up than if you combine them all in the morning at one time fed. That's where the confusion has been. And I remember the way that I figured this out, and I bet you there was no design to this whatsoever, unless Chad Nichols had him do it. And I don't think Chad, I think Chad just does his nutrition. Ronnie Coleman used to get up and do fasted cardio. And then he would eat, and then he would go to the fucking gym and train. Right? So he'd eat, he would do fasted cardio, train, and then he would do another fasted cardio when he got home from working as a police officer at night. He split them up 3 times throughout the day. And I remember watching that going, oh, okay, well, that's, that looks like a good idea. That makes sense. Instead of, some people, they do one fasted cardio session in the morning, and they'll either train at night and do cardio right after, or train in the afternoon and do cardio right after. Like, they just try to cram it together. They're thinking calorie-wise, which eventually you're going to get lean, but it's going to be slower. Like, I don't want slow. I want optimal. I want fast. I want efficient. Like, I want my body to be where it needs to be as fast as possible, not taking me fucking 10 times the time that I needed to take in the first place. So hopefully this video puts to rest the whole fasted versus fed cardio, because I tell you right now, there was more in-field evidence than data that ever came out saying that fucking, there was data coming out saying that fed cardio was the same as fasted, but there's more in-field data saying fasted cardio works better. Why? Because of that specific thing, the way that everything else was arranged. But people are looking at, for some reason, cardio is the thing that makes you lean. Cardio helps increase metabolism. It gets oxygen in your body, more oxygen, which is required for fat loss. But that's not the only thing that makes you lean, right? You forget, because now your weight training gives you a hell of a metabolism boost, more of a metabolism boost, more of a fat loss, metabolism boost than the fucking cardio. Like, the training, we know, fat loss wise, is better than the cardio. The cardio is an add-on to the training. So you see what I'm saying? Like, they're thinking in terms of fat loss, like, well, just check the cardio and see how much fat is lost. What about the fucking training? Has anybody ever taken the training and said whether you train fasted, whether you train fed, whether you train with high reps, low reps, whatever, what kind of metabolism spike does that give? Many people don't even know that when you hit the deep sleep cycles that you go through every night, your body accesses fat like crazy during those. I mean, myself personally, I use things like GABA. I was using things like products that we made at Primeval Labs to get deeper sleep so that my body would lose fat faster like that. People are not even thinking in the terms of 24 hours. They think cardio. Cardio makes you lean. No. Those fucking people that are doing cardio over and over again, they're not training with weights, they're not losing weight. If they do lose weight, it's very little, but they're losing muscle too. Like, they're not maintaining their muscle, maintaining their metabolism. So now I think we have a definitive answer as to why there's been a battle back and forth, because we're both fucking right. When both sides are right, nobody's going to give up because, like, I'm fucking right. Well, I'm sorry, bros, science guys, we're both fucking right. And I have a feeling there's a lot more of both of us being fucking right out there if we sit down and really look at things objectively and take emotion out of it, which is what I did. I took emotion out of it. I mean, yeah, I'm an emotional kind of guy, but fucking when I sit down and I need to focus on something, I can take emotion out of it because I don't really give a fuck whether you like fasted cardio or not. It works for me and my clients. So what? I'm not going to fucking go by a study if I already know what fucking works. It's like, if I know how to use a pair of fucking chopsticks, I'm not going to buy the fucking chopsticks that are like the little kids ones that are together. I already know how to fucking use them. I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to try something else when I already know how to fucking use them. Like, I already know that fasted cardio works. So therefore, I will continue doing fasted cardio. My clients will. And we get fast results and very efficient results. But now if we start looking at other things, like, like the fucking egg. That's another thing. Egg's good, egg's bad. What if the egg is good and bad at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just using that as an example. You guys get what I'm saying. But there's a lot of things out there. We talk about heavy training, light training. What if heavy training and light training are both right? What if it's your fiber makeup in your body? What if it's people that have more red muscle fibers? If they train with lighter weights with higher reps, they'll grow faster. What if people that have the more white muscle fibers, like, we don't even know what our fiber make? I think maybe now there's some genetic tests to let you know, right? Like, mine showed that I was like right in the middle between power and endurance, like 10 to 12 reps. That's where I live. It showed that. So, like, your fiber makeup even makes a difference. So unless you're doing the fiber, the fiber test to find out what kind of muscle fibers they have, if you put 2 people in fucking groups and tested high reps and low reps, they're both going to suck and they're both going to be good. Because you're going to have people with 2 different types of fibers that are predominantly dominant in their body. Like, what if all of this time we're both right? The bros in the science, the whole fucking collective, we're right. But we need to get together and discuss it and not argue, not treat each other like assholes. Like, get together and treat each other with respect and really listen. Because I'm telling you right now, there's going to be things that me as a bro, and I don't like to consider myself a bro, I'm just Jerry. But bros could say, hey, I've seen this phenomenon happen in the gym. And have a biochemist, a fucking kinesiology major, a fucking nutrition major, like all the people that have fucking PhDs sit down and go, well, this phenomenon, where could that come from? Because the guerrilla chemist does it all the time. He's fucking perfect with it. I tell him something, he goes, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy shit. Like, so we're doing it, already by talking this out and having this narrative because we're both friends. Like, this could be something big for our industry. This could be the next advancement in training, nutrition. Like, we might be able to actually get the most optimal thing and understand how it works scientifically at the same time. That's what we all want anyways. The scientific proof and everything that works, and put it together. This is where we're at right now, guys. We're at the point where we're almost ready to put this together, but it's going to take some level heads, and I can't be the only one doing this because I'm not the most level-headed guy, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best, guys. I'm fucking biting my tongue with a lot of things, holding myself back, thinking about things, and doing my best to be the best representative for, I don't want to say bros. I fucking don't want to say that, but like best representative for bros that can get along with these science people so we can get some fucking answers. So there it is, guys. The fasted versus non-fasted cardio. It depends on the other factors as to which one is going to work better, including timing and whether or not you're training with weights or not. Bottom line, BioStreamTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStream.com is a blog. It is the Bros in Science Coming Together bicep, hopefully. And we are out.